Akila is not there. Next one with us, Esa Shruti. Shruti, are you
Yes.
there? Yeah.
Yes, Shruti, I'm present. Okay. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are perfectly audible. Your PPT is coming on screen.
Okay.
Yeah, you can present.
A very good evening, everyone. So I'll be presenting my topic. I'll be presenting my poster on the topic relationship and association analysis in the cultivated and wild species of sesamum. We all know that sesamum is entitled to be the queen of oilseeds, which is nutritionally rich due to the energy being stockpiled in the seeds. Basically, the experimental study was undertaken in wild species garden and oilseed farm at TNAU Coimbatore during Rabi season of 2021 to know the association among the yield and its component traits in cultivated and wild species of sesamum. 4 species were taken for this study: Sesamum indicum, Sesamum alatum, Sesamum malabaricum, and Sesamum radiatum, and they were assessed for 8 quantitative traits, namely plant height, the number of branches per plant, days to 50% flowering, the number of capsules per seeds, the number of capsules per plant, number of seeds per capsule, capsule length, 100 seed weight, and finally yield per plant was taken. The correspondence among the cultivated and the wild species of sesamum was explicated over the heat map, in which the cultivated varieties of Sesamum indicum were categorized under 3 clusters and wild species into 2 clusters. Correlation analysis revealed that seed yield per plant emphasizes positive and high significant correlation with the number of capsules per plant and 1000 seed weight, followed by intercorrelation among number of capsules, number of seeds per plant, capsule length, 1000 seed weight, number of branches, and day to 50% flowering. Path analysis delineated that number of capsules per plant had high positive direct effect on yield, followed by less positive direct effect on 1000 seed weight. So it can be concluded that the traits, namely number of branches, number of capsules, and 1000 seed weight, recorded both significant positive correlation and high direct effect on seed yield. Therefore, the selection process prioritizing these traits with higher values would be rewarding in sesamum crop improvement breeding program. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Right. Next one, please.
Thanks. Next
Thank
one
you, sir.
with us is Alan Paul. Alan, you are with us? Are you there online? Not there. Next one with us, K. Kirtana. Has she given the PPT to Stefan? Kirtana. No. Next one with us, R. Shobika Priya.
Yes, our Shobika Priya, I'm there.
Yeah.
Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah. You're perfectly audible. Your PPT is coming on screen.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you're perfectly audible. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, one and all. As we all know that variation forms the basis for plant breeding, I have selected a set of yield-related traits in case of. It's just like a diversity analysis to know the traits which are having distinct and diverse in nature, and we can select them for hybridization programs. This study was conducted during the year 2018 when I was doing my UG work, and we have selected a set of 15 germplasm yield related for yield related traits, and we have carried out principal component analysis and cluster analysis further, and we found that in principal component analysis we have got more than eigenvalues with more than one. We got 4 principal components which indicated more than 70% of the variation among the traits studied. In case of principal component, found plant height and pod bearing length holds the maximum variation, and in case of principal components per plant, number of pods per plant hold the variation. As we know that number of pods per plant will be the principal yield contributing trait in case of PGNP. So in the next case, in case of cluster analysis, we found that we got 2 clusters with subclusters in each cluster. In among the subclusters, co8, which forms a unique cluster, which shows that it is having a distinct ancestral lineage than other clusters. So we can utilize.
Time's up, Shobika.
I Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next
We
one
can.
with us.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Next one with us. Hey, Diana. Hey, Diana, can you hear me? Hello, Diana.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Your PPT is on screen. Kindly proceed.
Okay, then thank you. Good evening, one and all. Now I am going to present a topic related to foliar application of nutrients using drone and yield attributes and yield of the green gram. Here, the field experiment was carried out in a randomized block design with 3 replications, 7 treatments. Common green gram 4 is the variety used for the trial. Quadcopter is the agricultural type of drone used in this trial. Among the treatments, the drone spray of 2% TNU pulse with a spray fluid of 50 liters per hectare recorded higher number of pods per plant, number of seeds per pod, and grain yield. The reason regarding this might be due to the application of pulse wonder have supplemented the nutrient at critical stage of growth, decrease the flower dropping, and increase the floral bud without causing the stress to the plants, which enhance the better translocation of nutrients from source to sink that increase the yield structure. The increased grain yield is due to the factors associated that the increased yield attributes resulted in increased yield. In conjunction with this, the factor associated with more absorption of nutrients were the abaxial surface of leaf was the active site of the crop that contains maximum amount of stomatal force. The rotation of the propellers and the interaction of the air created downwash flow of air as a result of strong eddy current that assisted movement of spray droplets in the crop NFP. The downward airflow caused by drone related in pressure difference between upper and the lower surface of the leaf, creating a torque that caused the leaf fluttering and flipped the leaves over, then facilitating the maximum penetration of spray droplets to the lower leaves with a 4-fold increase. This was attributed to increase the droplet penetration and more droplet deposition and trap canopy. The flight rate also has influenced droplet deposition as the drone was operated at a height of 1.5 meter. Here, while operating the flight height at 1.5 meter, the distribution and deposition of nutrients were uniform among the crop canopy. This was reflected in the chlorophyll content, nitrate detectors, activity, and soluble protein. All these factors together resulted in higher yield of green gram.
Your time is up, Diana. I'm so sorry, your time is up.
Okay, one question. Have you compared with the normal spraying with our water sprayer or any other sprayer?
Yes, sir. I have compared with the manual lamp salt spray. Sir?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next one with us, T. Raviteja. T. Raviteja. Next one with you, P. Aishwarya. Yeah, Aishwarya. Yeah, your PPT is on screen. Kindly go ahead.
Ma'am, slide
Coming.
is not visible for me, ma'am.
It is coming, wait. Can you see the slide now? Aishwarya, can you see the slide now?
Okay.
Aishwarya, yeah, please go ahead.
You can start your presentation.
Is it visible now? Hello, Aishwarya. Please respond. Is it visible now?
No, ma'am. But shall I start to present, ma'am?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, ma'am. Am I audible clearly, ma'am?
Yeah, clearly audible. Please
Okay.
proceed.
Uh, Good evening, all. My poster presentation topic is on trend analysis of rice production performance. We all know that rice is the most important staple and primary food for the world, which is directly feeding about half of the world's population. So, my main objective of this paper is to identify the how the NFSM Act was affecting the after the implementation of the post NFSM period. We will be distinguishing between the previous phases in the growth pattern by analyzing the trend growth of the rice production performance using the compound growth rate method. By using this, I have taken the data for about 50 years from 1966 to 2018 on area production and yield of paddy. So it will help us to understand the question of implication of NFSM under the rice production performance, and it will also help us to distinguish between the growth of implementation of this program between before and after this program. So my final result discussion showed that my area doesn't show any significant impact on rice production because of the conversion of agriculture land to non-agriculture lands. But the yield and the production showed a very significant increase in rice cultivation. Even though the yield of the rice was increasing over a period of time, still the yield is very low when compared to the major producing countries like Thailand and China. So our research efforts are needed to strengthen the crop breeding programs using new efficient technologies, and further developing and establishing of biotechnology programs should be intensified to develop the region. This is the final come out of my result.
Thank you.
Thank you. No questions.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
sir.
Next we have with us P. Bharati.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yeah, you are audible. Your PPT is coming on screen. Kindly
Okay,
present.
ma'am. Good evening to all. I'm going to present a topic on yield gap analysis of chickpea in major producing states in India. Chickpea is the most dominant pulse crop, which is having a share of around 49.3% in total pulse production during the year 2020 to 2021. And it also ensures nutritional security to the largely vegetarian population of the country. And several programs were initiated by the government to boost up the production and productivity of pulses, such as National Food Security Mission, Technology Mission on Oilseeds and Pulses, an integrated scheme of oilseeds, pulses, oil palm, and maize. The main objective of the present study is to analyze the performance of its growth before and after implementation of NFSM and to estimate the yield gap in major producing states of India. The results suggested that the area and production of chickpea was increased in Karnataka, followed by Maharashtra and Rajasthan after the implementation of NFSM. But it had negative impact on Uttar Pradesh in both area and production. Similarly, the productivity of chickpea is more in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh and had negative impact in Andhra Pradesh. The state which was higher in area and production had less productivity. And it is also observed that the yield gap analysis ranged from 13.14% in Rajasthan to 25.82% in Madhya Pradesh in major producing states of chickpea, and 10.82% in Jammu Kashmir to 15.52% in Jharkhand in minor producing states of chickpea. So, the reducing yield gap in major producing states by introducing area production scheme helps to increasing the productivity of chickpea, thus by reducing the yield gap. That's all, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
What do you mean by yield gap?
Sir, we explain about the yield gap 1 and the yield gap 2, sir. Here, the yield gap 1 is defined as the difference between the potential yield of a variety and the yield in the demonstration yield, sir. Whereas the yield gap 2 is the difference between the demonstration field and the farmer's field, sir. The yield in the demonstration field and the yield in the farmer's field.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Next one with us is D. Ramesh Kumar. Not there. Okay. Next one with us, Venkata Nirosh. No, they would have not given them. Okay, next one with us, Vairavan. C. Vairavan, are you there online? Okay.
So our aim is to assess the efficacy of DNA water-soluble fertilizer. So our Department of Organic and Agricultural Chemistry has produced DNA water-soluble fertilizer because it having the higher nutrient efficiency and it reduces the environmental risk. And so that we selected crop small onion because the demand for small onion is increasing every year. So in 2018 the demand is around 285 lakh metric tons. So for that we select a small onion. So in that we follow the 8 treatments in the fertigation of 100% RDF and soil based application of 125%, 100% and 75% NPK as DNA water fertilizer alone. And with sulfur and TNAU liquid multi-micronutrient. So coming to result, the TNAU application of 125% NPK recorded higher nutrient uptake as a reflection of high nutrient availability in the soil. So in the case of chronic nutrient deficiency, application of 100% NPK recorded higher nutrient efficiency compared to 125% because the yield is on par with 125%. So finally, through WSM, the sustainability is increased, can be reached by improving the protection and without altering the environment. Thank you.
Which method is seed or bulb?
Bulb.
In a bulb. Is there any difference in the bulb and seed? Or is it?
For onion, 5 is a seed, sir. But 4 is a bulb.
Respond or not?
So we only test bulb. Thank you.
Okay. Wait a minute. 120. Next one with us, V. Sumitra. Not there. Next one with us, S. Roshni.
Yes, ma'am.
Roshni? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. Your PPT is on screen. Kindly present.
Okay. Good evening, all. I'm going to present a topic on sulfur nutrition of cabbage for improving the growth attributes. As we all already know that sulfur plays an important role for the formation of chlorophyll, synthesis of amino acids, oils, proteins, etc. Here, for this, I have conducted a field experiment to show the effect of sulfur source for improving the growth attributes of cabbage. There were 20 treatments which is replicated thrice in factorial randomized block design. I have taken 4 sulfur sources, elemental sulfur, potassium sulfate, gypsum and SSP with the levels of 0, 20, 40, 60, 80 kg per hectare of sulfur. I have measured canopy spread, leaf length and leaf breadth on different stages, that is 10th, 30th, 60th and 90th days after transplanting. From this results, which is incurred that gypsum as a source of sulfur with a level of 60 kg per hectare is recorded the highest growth attributes of canopy spread, leaf length and leaf breadth due to the sulfur as a source, gypsum as a source of sulfur, which is readily available to the plant. Hence, it is recorded the highest value. That's all. Thank you.
Have you found out the initial sulfur level?
Yes, sir. Initial sulfur concentration. This is deficient. I have taken deficient sulfur soil, sir.
Okay,
which is 9.45. 9.45.
Okay, thank you so much. Now,
Thank you.
few students who were left and who could not be present at that time, I'm taking their name. If anybody is present, kindly respond, then only you can present. If now you are not responding, I'm sorry, but you cannot present again. Okay, first one is R. Vinodini. Are you there? Are Vinodini?
Yes, ma'am, I'm there.
Okay. We are putting your PPT. This is 104. Yeah, kindly present fast.
Okay, ma'am. Good evening, one and all. My topic is biofortification of zinc in rice under sodic environment. We are all know that sodic soils have high pH AGSC. So in that soil, zinc get precipitated as zinc hydroxide. So it is unavailable to the crop. Application of different amendments and zinc sulfate helps to enhance the zinc availability and uptake. So this field experiment was conducted using gypsum plus green manure and green leaf manure and pressmud as a main flow treatment, and different levels of zinc sulfate with and without foliar spray was taken as a subflow treatment. Among the amendments, highest reduction of pH and ESC was noted in gypsum applied plot, followed by green leaf manure and pressmud. So highest reduction of pH and ESC in gypsum applied plot is due to displacement of exchangeable sodium by calcium in gypsum. So amendments application will decrease the pH and ESC. So it will enhance the availability and uptake of zinc. And also zinc sulfate applied treatment. Highest uptake of zinc was noted in 150% of recommended dose of zinc sulfate as a basal plus foliar clay applied plot. So in this in a field experiment, the highest uptake of zinc and highest zinc content of in grains was due to grain gypsum applied plots is due to highest reduction of pH and ESC in the soil by application of gypsum. That's all, ma'am. Hello.
Thank you so much. Next
Okay,
one with us, GP Chinnasamy. Chinnasamy. Not there. Next one with us, Aishwarya Ravi. Aishwarya Ravi.
Hello. Yes, I am present.
Yeah, okay. Your the number is 111. Yeah, you can present.
It is not open. Okay. Good evening, all. My topic is effects of foliar application of nutrients and plant growth regulators on quality of guava cultivar Lucknow 49. So, guava is one of the most popular fruits grown in tropical, subtropical, and some parts of arid regions of India. It has wider for climatic adaptability, and it produces delicious and nutrient-rich fruits. But the nutrient management in guavas being largely neglected among farmers. So in the present study, effect of foliar application of different nutrients and plant growth regulators on quality of guava fruits is being studied. So my experiment was conducted on 4 years old guava variety Lucknow 49, which was planted at a spacing of 3 by 3 meter. And it was conducted in randomized complete block design with 3 replications and 15 treatments. The treatments include a foliar application of zinc sulfate at 0.4, 0.6 and 0.8%, borax at 0.2, 0.4 and 0.6%, then urea 0.5, 1 and 1.5%, the GA3 50, 75 and 100 ppm, then Pseudomonas fluorescens at 30 ml per plant and 60 ml per plant. So 2 foliar sprays were given before the onset of flowering and after the fruit set, and the flowering and fruit growth were observed. The quality the application of different treatments exerted a significant differences on the quality of fruits. So the highest TSS and vitamin C content was recorded in the treatment T3, that was zinc sulfate 0.8% spray, and the lowest was recorded in control. Then the total sugars, reducing sugars and non-reducing sugars was also higher in zinc sulfate treatment at 0.8%. And the minimum acidity was observed in the treatment where urea was applied at 1.5%. So I can conclude that the foliar application of micronutrients exerts significant effect on the quality of fruits, and at zinc sulfate 0.8% was shown good results. So the foliar application of zinc sulfate at 0.8% can be recommended in guava cultivar Lucknow 49.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next one, Akash, Ritual. Next one, G. Akila. Akila. Akila, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah. Your PPT is on screen. Can you present?
Yes. Good evening, all. My topic is interaction of copper with total nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium content of rice and typic haplostyles. All among the micronutrient, copper is required only a small amount, but it is essential for normal growth of the plant. It required a very small amount, but it is very important to maximize the yield of rice. To appraise this response of rice to applied copper for the arriving at the optimal dose of copper, a field experiment was carried out in typic haplostyle of ACNRI Madurai during 2018 to 2019 season with 11 treatmental combination which contained both soil and foliar treatments in randomized block design. With the 3 replications utilizing rice variety of TKM 13 as a test crop. This attempt have been made to know the interaction of copper with the total NPK content of rice. So that for that the leaf samples were collected at flowering stage and the grain and straw sample were collected at the post-harvest stages of rice and analyzed for total nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium content. And the result shows that NPK content in leaves, grain and straw sample was significantly reduced by higher levels of copper. The application of copper more than 1.5 kg per hectare resulted in a decreasing of total NPK content of leaves, grain in straw. So this clearly indicated that the excess copper concentration in the soil that decreased the absorption of other essential nutrients that is required for crop productivity, mainly rice. So I concluded that the excess application of copper exhibit antagonistic interaction on all essential nutrients, and it adversely affect the growth and dry matter production and the nutrient content of rice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Tick have plus sharp. What is?
Sir?
The last word in your title, that is typic hapless sharp. What is it?
Sir, that is series of that Madurai area, sir. Soil series name, sir.
Soil series. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Present online who has not presented? Anybody present online who has not presented? Akila. I think all the participants who are present online, they have presented. Anybody left, you can unmute and inform. Anybody left? Okay then, we are finishing with our presentation program right now. Thank you so much for your patient participation, and it was a good session. Thank you all. We'll meet tomorrow and keep joining us for the tomorrow sessions. We have different sessions. All the links have been shared to you. Kindly follow for the tomorrow's any session if you are interested in that, and do attend the validity session mandatorily. That is necessary for all of you. Thank you so much. I am signing off now. Thank you. stop the recording and done.